we played signs of some really good cricket through this tournament. Obviously, the Mumbai game was as good a batting performance as you'll see, and obviously not a great bowling performance. And the same thing as West Indies. Didn't bat as well as we wanted to, although on that wicket 10 more runs would have been par. And then we brought it back with the ball, and it's in both games. We did one half of the game, we did really well, and then tonight, obviously bowling first. I think as a team that's our strength. The bowlers bowled really well, and we chased down a small total, which is never easy. On these wickets, it's always tricky. You see all the games, it's been low scoring games. It's very tricky. So yeah, it was really important for us to have a good partnership to start off with, because the only way the team will beat you is if they get wickets up front. So yeah, after the run out, it was nice that we could just make it a bit stable. But yeah, it's very bittersweet. We're going back to South Africa out of the World Cup, and that's not where we wanted to be, but we only got ourselves to blame. I don't think so. I mean, if I use that, it would be an excuse. We played good cricket leading up to the World Cup. We were very consistent in the subcontinent. We beat all our teams that we travelled here, but a World Cup is a do or die tournament, and if you make mistakes, it's not like a series where you can come back into the series. We made one or two mistakes against England. They punished us for it. We made one or two mistakes against West Indies. The teams in a T20 World Cup is so close to each other. If you're not on top of your game, tonight was a good example. Sri Lanka made one or two mistakes with their batting, and we capitalised on that. So yeah, we've only got ourselves to blame. The sad thing is now it's 4 years for the next World Cup. It's not 2 anymore. So obviously a few of the players here will not be there then. So that's going to be the challenge now for this squad, is to try and, I suppose, rest some of the senior players to try and see if they still want to go to the next World Cup, and then with that you can breed some young players. But I don't think there's a lot of T20 cricket coming up this year. It will probably take a little bit of a backseat. So when we get there, we'll reassess again. It's difficult because T20 cricket, like I said, it's sometimes it's a gamble. Let's be honest. Sometimes you just a Chris Gale, whatever, rocks up and he wins the game for you. But the one thing that I can say that we were poor in was our extras. Every game we had more wides or no balls than the opposition, and that's always a basic and a controllable. If you could, it's your job is to try and get the ball inside that line, and if you do it less than the opposition, generally that's 5 or 10 runs that you don't have to score with a bat. So that's possibly the key area for me, where we in the first 2 games when we lost, that was probably the key. So it's fair to feel like that. It's not harsh. We came here with a great squad, wanting to win the World Cup, and we didn't play our best cricket. So obviously that's not how we wanted to go. We were planning on doing much better. But we are a proud team, and we will obviously. It was very disappointing for us. We were hoping that Angelo could have done a little bit more the other night. It was so close. I was wanting to put my Sri Lankan shirt on, but yeah, it's very sad. I mean, so the fans feel the same as what we do, and they've got a right to feel like that. So the thing with it is T20 cricket but it is a gamble, and it's more so than any other format. Anything can happen on the day, but that's once again not an excuse. We had chances, we should have taken them, we didn't, and that's why we don't deserve to be in the semis. You don't win a World Cup on paper. You have to put the goods together, and we didn't do that. Tonight was our best game. I do also feel that lately we've chased really well. So I don't know how the World Cup would have looked if we possibly chased 1 or 2 games. I was the home team captain for 4 games in a row. I don't know how that happened. I never got to choose the toss.